In this problem, we have a circle which has a center of -1, +1, and the radius is 13. So our center is -1, +1 right here. And I'm going to go up 13, down 13, left 13, right 13. And my circle looks very tragic, like a lemon, but that's okay. And the point of tangent C is 4, 13, right here. So we can find the slope of our radius by doing 1 minus 13 over -1 minus 4. So -12 over -5, which is +12 over 5, which makes sense because we're going up and to the right, so the slope should be positive. And we know the slope of our tangent line at the point of tangency is going to be the opposite reciprocal of the slope of the radius because the tangent and the radius are always perpendicular at the point of tangency. So the slope of our tangent line is going to be -5 over 12. And I know my tangent line has to go through 413. So my equation will be y minus 13 equals -5 over 12 times x minus 4. So it'll look ish like that. Obviously, that's a rough sketch. But essentially, you find the slope of the radius using the center and the point of tangency. You find the slope of the radius, and whatever the slope of your radius is, the slope of your tangent line will be the opposite reciprocal of that radius's slope. Number 10, if the radius of circle D is 3 centimeters, first, find the length of arc CEB. So arc CEB is this major arc. So I don't know the measure of that arc. I don't know how many degrees it is. So that's the first thing on my agenda to find. So I'm going to call this minor arc, CB, I'm going to call it X because I do not know what it is. All the way around the circle is 360 degrees. So if I know this front arc, CB, is X, then to find the back arc, the big arc, CEB, I'm just going to subtract X from 360. So the measure of arc CEB is 360 minus X. So when your angle has a vertex outside of the circle, you do big arc minus small arc divided by 2 equals the angle. So the angle 76 is equal to the big arc, 360 minus X, minus the small arc, divide by 2. So 76 times 2 is 152, is equal to 360 minus 2x. And I multiplied by 2 on both sides to get rid of that 2 that's in the denominator. Then I'm going to subtract 360 from both sides and get -208. And then divide off that -2 and I will get 104. So this arc has a measure of 104 degrees, and then I'm just going to subtract that from 360. So the measure of arc CEB is 256. So to find the length of my arc, I'm going to use the arc length formula. Arc length, which is what we don't know. Arc length is X over the circumference, 2 pi r, the radius it says in the problem is 3, equals the measure of the arc, which is 256 degrees, over 360. And when you cross multiply and divide off the 360, you will get X equals 13.404, which round to the nearest tenth is 13.4. And since this is arc length, we do need to put units, which is centimeters. So now things get exciting for part B. Okay, so we want to find, in part B, we want to find the length of AC. So AC is this tangent, and we know that when a tangent meets a radius at the point of tangency, it's going to create a right triangle. So we know from part A that the measure of arc CEB was 256 degrees. So that means that this central angle is 256 degrees, which means that this angle is 360 minus 256, which is 104. We knew that as well. This is 104. This is 90. And when you draw this hypotenuse, it's going to bisect this angle and that angle. So 76 divided by 2. These are both 38 degrees. And 104 divided by 2, 52 degrees. It's because if you add up all those angles, they add up to 180 in those triangles. And we know our radius is still 3 centimeters. And we want to find AC, so that's my x. So I have these right triangles, and I know a side length and the angle, so I can use SOHCAHTOA. I can use trig to find my missing side. So if I'm going to use 38 as my angle, opposite of 38 is 3, and then my adjacent side is x, and I am going to use tangent of 38 equals the opposite side over the adjacent side. X times tangent of 38 is equal to 3. And when you divide off the tangent of 38 on both sides, you'll get 3.839. So rounded to the nearest tenth is 3.8. And again, it's a length, so it is in centimeters.